So, once upon a time, 3 years ago, we came to Madrid, to a not very fashionable nightclub to see María Vargas dance. Let me tell you who we were. The man with the sweaty face and the frightened eyes was and is Oscar Muldoon. He's a public relations counselor, which can be many things, unrelated and not public at all. The blonde was made in Hollywood, USA. Her name was Myrna, and she traveled. I was a writer and/or director who hadn't been doing too well. We were all in the employ of Kirk Edwards. Meet Kirk Edwards. You're saying to yourself, so that's what he looks like. That's what a Wall Street wizard looks like, who came up from the streets of New York. Who came up from the bottom, but never really left it. Don't feel sorry for Kirk Edwards, not unless you're a hungry psychiatrist. Kirk was producing a motion picture, his first. He had as much in common with anything creative as I have with nuclear physics. Well, we'd been scouting for what is called delicately a new face. By most standards, flying all the way to Madrid to look for a new face would seem like going to a lot of trouble. But I've known movie producers who would travel even further for a good smoked whitefish.
Hey, Mac.
Si, senor.
How come the band is taking a break?
Please, don't...
Senorita.
Senorita, you're in Spain now, Buster.
Senorita, what's this? María Vargas. She does not dance no more?
No more, senor.
You mean she danced only one time, then finito?
Si, no más. One time and finito.
Well, maybe she could dance one more time, just for tonight, huh?
She never danced more. One time and no more.
Well, why you not make her dance more? You're the boss, huh?
It's María Vargas. Nobody boss. María Vargas.
Funny, I always thought a woman was a two-time thing. Sing it, Oscar.
Oscar, have her come to the table.
I'm very sorry, senor, but Senorita Vargas does not sit at the tables with the guests.
Now, I'm sure you don't consider Mr. Kirk Edwards just an ordinary guest.
Well, I have said it is not possible with Senorita Vargas.
Well, maybe just this once for Mr. Kirk Edwards. You could make an exception to your rule.
Well, it's not my rule. It's the rule of Senorita Vargas. I'm sorry. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse me.
Oscar, go get her.
We'll be right back.
You haven't had much to say this trip, Harry. I counted on you for laughs. Some of your well-known bright remarks. Maybe going on the wagon makes a man dull.
Could be.
Oscar hasn't touched his whiskey.
No thanks.
How long has it been?
5 months next Tuesday.
Let that be a lesson to you, Myrna. It's never too late to develop character.
I've got time.
The fact that you don't drink at all, Kirk, is the greatest argument for drunkenness I know. You want to know why I went on the wagon when I went to work for you? Because I didn't want you around when my brain was befuddled. First thing I know, you might buy my soul.
You can't buy people's souls. They belong to God.
What's champagne in Spanish?
Wait till Oscar gets back. Not always, Kirk. Sometimes it's quite a tussle. Remember Faust?
I don't believe I do.
Faust was something like you, Kirk. Except that instead of having all the money in the world, he had all the knowledge. But the one thing he never knew, like you, was a moment of real happiness. So he made a deal with the devil. He'd trade his soul to the devil in return for that one moment of real happiness.
How'd it turn out?
Well, God fought the devil for the soul of Faust. It was a close fight. Most people think God won. I personally always thought it wound up a draw.
I think it's a silly story. No man with all that money and knowledge could never have been happy for a moment.
Sure, it's a silly story. Can you ever imagine Kirk being in a spot like that? Worst come to worst, he'd just buy God.
A woman who drinks is bad enough. I will not stand for a woman cursing and blaspheming God. Now get out of here. Right now, get out.
This is Madrid in Spain, not Sunset Boulevard. We flew from Rome in your private plane, remember?
And let her find her own way back. There must be other planes, trains, buses. Give her some money.